The Science of Self-Discipline Book Summary. 1. Self-discipline has a biological basis and can be strengthened like a muscle. You can improve and get better, and you are not doomed. Neuroplasticity enables change. The brain's ability to form new neural connections means self-discipline can be developed and improved over time. Studies have shown that consistently exercising self-control strengthens the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for executive functions like decision-making and impulse control. Willpower is a finite resource. Like a muscle, willpower can be fatigued through overuse but also strengthened through regular exercise. This concept, known as ego depletion, explains why it's harder to resist temptations after a long day of decision-making. To combat this, prioritize important decisions for when your willpower is strongest. Break large tasks into smaller, manageable steps. Practice self-care to replenish your willpower reserves. 2. Understand your true motivations to harness self-discipline effectively. We all understand this when it's obvious. You wouldn't go into an Italian restaurant known for its homemade pasta if you're trying to avoid carbs, for example. Identify intrinsic motivators. True, lasting motivation comes from within. Research has shown that people are most motivated by autonomy, the desire to direct our own lives. Mastery, the urge to improve and grow. Purpose, the need to contribute to something larger than ourselves. Align goals with values. When your goals reflect your core values, maintaining discipline becomes easier. Take time to reflect on what truly matters to you and ensure your objectives align with these principles. This alignment creates a powerful internal drive that can sustain you through challenges and setbacks. 3. Navy SEALs tactics can boost your willpower and mental toughness. When you think you have reached your limits, you're not even close, and whether you can keep going or not depends on if you believe it. The 40% rule. Navy SEALs operate on the principle that when you feel like giving up, you've only reached 40% of your true capacity. This mindset shift can help push through perceived limitations and tap into hidden reserves of strength and endurance. Arousal control techniques. SEALs use methods like box breathing to manage stress and maintain focus under pressure. To practice, inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Repeat as needed. By regulating your physiological response to stress, you can maintain clarity and discipline in challenging situations. 4. Recognize and overcome common discipline drainers. Discipline only happens through consistent action. Avoid false hope syndrome. Setting unrealistic expectations can lead to disappointment and decreased motivation. Instead, set achievable goals and celebrate small wins along the way. This approach builds confidence and momentum, making it easier to maintain discipline over time. Combat procrastination. Use the 75% rule. Take action when you're about 75% certain of success. Waiting for perfect conditions often leads to inaction. By embracing imperfection and taking calculated risks, you build discipline and make progress towards your goals. Beware of rationalizations. Our minds are adept at creating excuses for lapses in discipline. Be vigilant about recognizing these justifications and challenge them directly. Ask yourself if you're truly doing what's best for your long-term goals or simply seeking short-term comfort. 5. Practice discomfort to build resilience and self-control. Being disciplined comes down to choosing temporary discomfort that helps you in the long term. Urge surfing. Instead of fighting urges, observe them without judgment. This mindfulness technique helps reduce the power of cravings and impulses. To practice, notice the physical sensations associated with the urge. Focus on your breath. Imagine the urge as a wave, rising and falling. Allow it to pass without acting on it. Seek out challenges. Regularly pushing yourself outside your comfort zone builds mental toughness and expands your capacity for discomfort. This could involve taking cold showers, fasting for short periods, engaging in public speaking, trying new, difficult activities. 6. Create an environment that supports disciplined behavior. Designing and maintaining an environment that's conducive to self-discipline is one of the simplest ways that you can drastically improve your life. Minimize distractions. Create a clutter-free workspace and use tools like website blockers to reduce temptations. The out of sight, out of mind principle can significantly reduce impulsive behavior. Regulate dopamine. Be mindful of activities that provide quick dopamine hits, like social media scrolling. Instead, create a reward system that reinforces positive habits and behaviors. This could involve setting up a fishbowl with small rewards for completing tasks. Using habit tracking apps to visualize progress. Pairing enjoyable activities with necessary but less pleasant ones. Optimize default choices. Make disciplined behavior the path of least resistance. Examples include keeping healthy snacks easily accessible, laying out workout clothes the night before, using autopay for savings and investments. 7. Leverage relationships to reinforce self-discipline. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose your social circle wisely. Surround yourself with individuals who embody the habits and disciplines you wish to cultivate. Their influence can significantly impact your behavior and mindset. Utilize accountability partners. Having someone to check in with regularly can boost commitment and follow-through. When selecting an accountability partner, choose someone with similar goals or values. Establish clear expectations and check-in schedules. Focus on encouragement and support, not just monitoring. Embrace the Hawthorne effect. The knowledge that others are observing our behavior can improve performance. Use this to your advantage by sharing goals publicly, joining groups or communities focused on your objectives, using apps that allow friends to track your progress. 8. Master delayed gratification for long-term success. Discipline is often the missing component for many people who don't fulfill their goals. Visualize your future self. Research shows that people who have a strong connection to their future selves make better long-term decisions. To strengthen this connection, use age progression apps to see your older self. Write a letter to your future self. Regularly imagine the consequences of your actions on your future. Apply the October 10 rule. When faced with a decision, ask yourself how you'll feel about it in 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 days. This perspective shift can help prioritize long-term benefits over short-term pleasures. 9. Use targeted questions to overcome temptation. If you make the effort to ask yourself these 4 questions and to be honest in your answers, you'll become more aware of your tendencies to rationalize and make excuses, and you'll be prepared to create better habits for leading a disciplined life. 4 key questions to ask. When facing temptation or a lack of motivation, ask yourself, do I want to be a disciplined person or not? Am I doing the right thing or simply what's easy? What's the long-term benefit, dessert, for this short-term discomfort, vegetables? Am I being self-aware in this moment? These questions help refocus on your goals, challenge rationalizations, and increase mindfulness in decision-making. 10. Adopt a mindset that fosters discipline and perseverance. Being optimistic is a process of self-persuasion. Embrace the endowed progress effect. Recognize the progress you've already made towards your goals, even if it's small. This perception of advancement increases motivation and persistence. Focus on effort, not outcomes. By emphasizing the process and your personal growth, you build resilience and maintain motivation even when faced with setbacks or slow progress. Cultivate realistic optimism. Balance a positive outlook with practical preparation. This mindset helps you learn from failures without being discouraged. Stay motivated during challenging times. Attract other positive influences into your life. 11. Build habits and routines for sustainable self-discipline. Motivation is temporary, no matter how much of it you have. It is a reaction, an emotion, and these things dry up. Habits, on the other hand, are consistent and they are necessary to make self-discipline sustainable. Create keystone habits. These are habits that have a ripple effect, positively influencing other areas of your life. Examples include regular exercise, daily meditation, consistent sleep schedule. Use habit stacking. Link new habits to existing ones to increase the likelihood of consistency. For instance, after I brush my teeth, I will meditate for 5 minutes. Start small and build gradually. Begin with tiny, manageable habits and slowly increase their difficulty or duration. This approach builds confidence and momentum, making it easier to tackle larger challenges over time. Last updated, January 25, 2025. Want to read the full book? Amazon, Kindle, Audible. FAQ. What's the Science of Self-Discipline about? Focus on Self-Discipline. The book explores the concept of self-discipline, emphasizing its importance in achieving personal goals and resisting temptations. Biological and psychological insights. It delves into the biological basis of self-discipline, explaining how willpower and mental toughness can be developed and maintained. Practical strategies. The author, Peter Hollins, provides practical strategies and techniques to enhance self-discipline, drawing from various fields such as psychology and neuroscience. Comprehensive guide. It serves as a comprehensive guide to understanding and improving self-discipline, covering topics from motivation to habit formation. Why should I read The Science of Self-Discipline? Achieve goals. The book offers insights and tools to help you achieve your personal and professional goals by strengthening your self-discipline. Overcome temptations. It provides strategies to resist temptations and distractions, which are common obstacles in the path to success. Scientific approach. The book is grounded in scientific research, offering evidence-based methods to improve self-control and willpower. Practical application. With actionable advice and real-life examples, it is designed to be practical and applicable to everyday life. What are the key takeaways of The Science of Self-Discipline? Biological basis. Self-discipline has a biological basis and can be trained like a muscle, but it can also be depleted, leading to willpower fatigue. Motivation versus discipline. Motivation is temporary and emotional, while discipline is consistent and can be developed through habits. Environmental influence. Your environment and social circle significantly impact your self-discipline, and optimizing these can enhance your willpower. Delayed gratification. The ability to delay gratification is crucial for success and is closely linked to self-discipline. How does Peter Hollins suggest improving self-discipline? Practice discomfort. Regularly engage in activities that push you out of your comfort zone to build mental toughness. Create a disciplined environment. Minimize distractions and set up your environment to make the desired actions the path of least resistance. Build habits. Focus on forming small, consistent habits over time, as they provide a sustainable foundation for self-discipline. Use accountability. Leverage social support and accountability partners to maintain discipline and motivation. What is the 40% rule mentioned in The Science of Self-Discipline? Navy SEALs tactic. The 40% rule is a concept used by Navy SEALs, suggesting that when you feel exhausted, you've only reached 40% of your potential. Push beyond limits. It encourages pushing beyond perceived limits, as the mind often gives up before the body is truly exhausted. Mental toughness. This rule is about developing mental toughness and resilience by challenging yourself to go further than you think possible. Self-belief. Believing in your ability to endure more can significantly enhance your performance and self-discipline. What is the false hope syndrome in The Science of Self-Discipline? Unrealistic expectations. False hope syndrome refers to setting overly ambitious goals and underestimating the difficulty of achieving them. Leads to failure. This often results in failure and discouragement, as people are not prepared for the challenges they face. Sustainable change. The book advises setting realistic, incremental goals to create sustainable change and maintain motivation. Awareness and adjustment. Being aware of this syndrome helps in adjusting expectations and creating a more effective plan for self-discipline. How does The Science of Self-Discipline address procrastination? Enemy of discipline. Procrastination is identified as a major obstacle to self-discipline, often caused by waiting for perfect conditions. 75% rule. The book suggests the 75% rule, which encourages taking action when you are 75% ready, rather than waiting for certainty. Avoid perfectionism. It advises against striving for perfection, which can lead to inaction and procrastination. Immediate action emphasizes the importance of starting immediately and adjusting along the way to build momentum and discipline. What role do relationships play in self-discipline according to Peter Hollins? Influence of social circle. Relationships significantly influence self-discipline, as people tend to conform to the behaviors of those around them. Accountability partners. Having accountability partners can provide support and motivation, helping to maintain discipline. Role models. Seeking out mentors and role models can inspire and guide you in developing self-discipline. Social pressure. Positive social pressure can encourage disciplined behavior, while negative influences can hinder progress. What is the significance of delayed gratification in the science of self-discipline? Core concept. Delayed gratification is a key component of self-discipline, involving choosing long-term benefits over short-term pleasures. Marshmallow experiment. The book references the Stanford marshmallow experiment, which showed that the ability to delay gratification is linked to success. Future self encourages thinking about your future self and the rewards of delayed gratification to strengthen discipline. October 10th, 10 Rule introduces the October 10th, 10 Rule to evaluate the long-term impact of decisions, helping to resist immediate temptations. How does mindset affect self-discipline and the science of self-discipline? Positive mindset. A positive and optimistic mindset enhances self-discipline by helping you manage setbacks and stay motivated. Endowed progress effect. The book discusses the endowed progress effect, where recognizing progress can boost motivation and effort. Goal proximity. Being aware of how close you are to achieving a goal can increase your effort and discipline. Effort over outcome emphasizes focusing on effort rather than outcomes, as effort is within your control and leads to consistent discipline. What are the best quotes from The Science of Self-Discipline and what do they mean? We must all suffer one of two things, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. This quote highlights the inevitability of discomfort, either through disciplined effort or the regret of inaction. Discipline equals freedom. Suggests that true freedom comes from the ability to control one's actions and make choices aligned with long-term goals. Motivation is fleeting, but habits are consistent. Emphasizes the importance of building habits over relying on temporary motivation for sustained success. Your environment can either enable discipline or weaken it. Stresses the impact of surroundings on self-discipline and the importance of creating a supportive environment. How can I apply the concepts from The Science of Self-Discipline in my daily life? Set realistic goals. Start with small, achievable goals to build momentum and avoid the pitfalls of false hope syndrome. Create supportive environments, minimize distractions, and set up your environment to make disciplined actions easier. Build accountability. Find accountability partners or mentors to provide support and motivation. Practice delayed gratification. Regularly remind yourself of long-term goals and rewards to resist short-term temptations.